Good morning, everybody, for Thursday, the 20th of January. Well, starting off with the weather warnings at the moment, the site is actually quite icy, but a little bit more than we've had in recent days. So yes, lots of ice across the airfield at the moment. Should be burning and thawing off as the sun starts to come up. But as you can see, a number of weather warnings issued by the Met Office talking about an air frost and ground frost likely to occur both this morning and this evening. So probably at this time of year, not the best idea to rush out before 9 o'clock or 9:15 to get gliders out, because they might otherwise just ice up. But going to the main forecast today, winds, well, we're looking initially at the big picture being northeasterly, but potentially on the ground northerly, and this sort of poses a little bit of a problem because of our runway layouts. And as you look at the high pressure, which is sort of centered just off the west coast of Ireland, you can see that as it tracks closer to us, it should start to bring the wind round more from the northeast as this moves along. At the moment, it's probably more like that, so almost due northerly, maybe even trending northwesterly ever so often. Through the next couple of days, high pressure continues to dominate over the UK. No real fronts, nice and sunny with the occasional bit of fog, before we may see towards the weekend a little bit more frontal activity coming in from the northwest, but hopefully staying sort of settled and fairly dry. So yes, with those winds, it's going to be fairly cross today, probably 010, I think, at flying heights, maybe direct crosswind 360 on the ground, and at flying heights about 15 knots, on the ground about 10. Satellite picture over the UK reveals a bright start to the day. From where our air is coming from, you can see there's really nothing to be particularly worried about. Nice bright skies, no significant weather. Look at that lovely wave all the way down from Inverness down into the Yorkshire Dales. So I'm sure somebody's having some fun in wave somewhere, and it probably will set up again in Wales. But for our area, nice and bright, no rain, no fog, no drizzle. Not like what we've had the last couple of days. Public forecast is sort of showing that sort of northerly to northwesterly, staying mostly as a northerly for the day, and the fuel light temperature staying really chilly, not above 0 degrees in that respect, and 4 degrees on the mercury. Visibility should be fairly good though, and as I say, no significant weather, but it will get a bit cloudier towards the weekend. That forecast is generally in line with temperatures on here, so 4 degrees on GFS, and dew points at this time of year, well, let's have a look. They are, yeah, just hovering around freezing, so at least it's not too moist, if you get me. Odium, if I refresh this, are reporting westerly at the moment, which is why I say it's causing me a bit of a problem, but if we look at Farnborough, again, westerly, yet the upper wind isn't westerly. We had this yesterday. We had a northwesterly at height and a southwesterly on the ground. I sort of put it down to the fact we haven't flown much in January in recent years. So yeah, getting back into the groove with how winter flying operates. But looking at this, other than the fact the wind might be a little bit sort of all over the place, it should be nice and bright. Top Meteo, if I look at the right day, we'll be predicting some weak thermals as well. Oh, look at that. First time I've seen 1,000 meters on there, actually. So the chance of some pretty good soaring for this time of year, looking at this, not surprising given the direction and the fact that cold front went through yesterday. So chance of some cumulus, maybe 3,000 feet or so, and some soaring this afternoon. So we can't knock that. And looking at the upper wind, you'll see what I mean about the arrows starting to come from the northeast, but that says it should already be happening, but Top Meteo can be a little bit out like that, but northeasterly will arrive in some respects. Okay, airspace wise, Farnborough Solent Boscombe all is normal, a little bit complex up here. First of all, Fairford is active for pretty much all day, so Fairford's active all day. Kemble has got another Royal flight, I believe either Charles or Camilla's up north somewhere. They've got paragliding near Gloucestershire, Leckhampton, But as we look here, it's towards the end of the day. But yeah, temperature controlled airspace at about 4:30 onwards in the Kemble area. So just don't be near Kemble at that time of the day. And also we're sending an airliner to Kemble. So yeah, if you happen to be bimbling off that way and thinking, oh, I've got out the way of the jet, well, you might see it somewhere else. So yes. So pretty cold, do wrap up. Operationally, I want to try to avoid a runway change today. I've already had one change this week due to very similar conditions. And so I'm going to go out there and have a look. It will be on the main runway regardless, but I'm hoping 09 might work, and we'll have to just sort of just accept whatever crosswind we get. But it does seem that we'll get a higher launch on 09. I'm not having to worry about where the cables are going to drop as much. Jet movement wise, we have an EasyJet going to Kemble at 12. I've got a meeting with Farnborough and Southampton at 10. So Paul Halliday will be out and about to deputise for me and let me know if there's anything going on. But other than that, do wrap up warm, and I'll see you on the airfield very shortly. Bye for now.